We are live and in color. 15. One time for your mind. Full show tonight. Nice and full. That's Mac. I'm AC. He's 1585. Let's see what we got here, man.
What's up, good people?
A lot of going on. Thanks, Mac.
James Mac.
Now,
what up, fam?
NBA playoffs. What have you learned? Mike Tyson had to let him know.
The champ of the airways.
Enough.
The champ of frequent flyer miles.
Enough is enough. Tough man. Celebrity you would like to fight. Who would you pick out for a one-on-one fair one? Again, the topic is how do we fix the WNBA? Now we're gonna throw it at USFL in that same boat. Because I didn't get a chance to really enjoy the USFL because I didn't know what I was looking at. I'm not sure who was playing. Kyrie versus everybody. I heard some takes on the Sports Talk Radio, man. It just seems like there is just a deep hate for Kyrie. Deep hate for LeBron. We'll tackle that for a quick moment. Kirby Smart, national champion, Georgia Bulldogs head coach, signs off on the name, image, and likeness topic. Same energy, man. Same time. Just recently, we talked about the Timberwolves over-celebrating, and then the Celtics win the following day and celebrate. Why not the same energy? Top 5 shooters, top 5 dunkers all time, and our throwback candy. I had to just go ahead and get it going. They didn't last but a minute. Sugar babies, for me. I had me some bag of sugar babies today. I don't even know what they are. It just says sugar. Ingredients: sugar. Corn syrup.
Sugar babies, wasn't that the
fake caramel?
Nah. Yeah, I just don't. What were they supposed to be?
I think they're supposed to be like caramel milk duds. Milk
like Sugar Daddy. Remember the Sugar Daddy?
Sugar Daddy, stick. They're supposed
to
be a baby version of Sugar Daddies, but they fall painfully short. All right, 1585, man. That's our intro. Here we go. All right, man, NBA playoffs, man. What have you learned, and what are you learning right now about what we are seeing?
Man, two takeaways from what I've seen so far. Coaching. These coaches, man, they're coming up with some great game plans and strategies from game to game. They're not just relying on this is what we do. Let's go out there and try to do it. It's been a lot of good strategy, even if it don't work. Is neutralizing the other team, and then your players got to execute. But they're coming with strategies. And the other one, there's no boogeyman in the playoffs. There's nobody out.
Uh-oh, Mac, you crashing on me.
That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm taking away. Good coaching, and nobody's scared of nobody. Everybody's going after each other, and that's what it's supposed to be. You ain't supposed to fear nobody.
What I'm learning is these brothers got some tender hamstrings. As I'm seeing another hamstring injury, we got Devin Booker, Kyle Lowry's hamstring is just blown out. I don't know how a professional athlete has a tender, soft tissue muscle injury at this point in the season. And it's been like consistent. Every year somebody's had a hamstring, from James Harden to CP3. Not to put a jinx on nobody, but it's going around. I am learning, like you said, coaching. All them easy baskets that they got during the season, not no more. So I know that the guy in Boston, I forget his name, I can't pronounce it. Araji.
Which one?
Boston Celtics head coach. He is doing a phenomenal job I've never, well, not never, but I never, recent history, thought I would hear them say, we need Ben Simmons. The Nets need Ben Simmons to open the floor up and that he would help create shots for KD. Not that Ben's going to spot up and shoot it, but Ben will at least go to the basket and dunk it as long as it's not for the game. In the fourth quarter, last 2 minutes, take Ben out. But in the middle of the game where KD is getting locked up by them Celtics who got the length and got the strategy in place to shut down KD. Let's see if KD has another comment like he had that one time that Pat Bev locked him up that one game and then he came back and said, I'm KD, and came back and gave him 50 or whatever he came back and gave him. That's the KD we expect to see tomorrow. I don't know. We will see. But what I've learned is that nobody's lead is safe. As we saw the Memphis Grizzlies come back. We saw numerous comebacks. I'm very happy the Sixers found a way to not give up their lead the other night. I just started seeing memories of Doc Rivers in 3-1. And now he's been blowing playoff leads for the last 5 years, and now he's going to do it for the Sixers. But they found a way to get that third win versus the Toronto Raptors. And we can close this thing out tomorrow. Is it tomorrow or Sunday? Is it tomorrow? And
I think it's tomorrow.
Joel Embiid has a tender thumb, but he said he's going to play through it. And the way it's going, they say the regular season MVP is Joker. But if you add the first round of playoffs, I think you got to go with Joel Embiid because Joker just woke up and they still lost.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I think the regular season MVP would be Giannis. I get it. Joker had that PER that he broke Wilt Chamberlain's PER. I'm still trying to figure out what all goes in the PER. You know, because to say that this guy's a more efficient player than the guy who in the season went for 50 points and 20 something rebounds a game. How wasn't he super efficient? You know what I'm saying with that. So I'm still trying to figure out what all goes in the PER. But I don't know. I don't think Joker's that guy. You have to have a phenomenal season. Embiid had a phenomenal season. Giannis had a phenomenal season. We're battling for the scoring title with Bron. So you can't give it to nobody for Phoenix, I'm guessing, because they're just so well-rounded, even though I think Booker's a great player. And you can see the difference with him not being on the court. But I wouldn't give it to Joker a second time. I don't think he really earned it. He played well, but I don't think he earned it.
If he goes back-to-back, it'll be right there with Nash. It would just feel empty because just like how those were LeBrons and Kobe's and Shaq's MVPs, those years where they kind of just gave it to somebody else. And they gave Carmelo MVP over Jordan a couple times or whatever. It just feels like it's an emotional vote. We want to give it to Giannis because, and Giannis got it 2 years in a row, didn't he? And then let's find some new blood. And Embiid's not likable to that degree. And
yeah, I'm most definitely don't like Embiid.
and Serbian Joker is likable because he don't say a whole bunch, and then when he does say things, it's pretty funny. So, they might give it to him, but we'll see. I was surprised.
And his brothers are goons.
Yeah, brothers straight. And that's a nice way to put it. Those of you don't get on Facebook jail. They say they probably use them. Ryan Smith in the house, Dickie Hill in the house. Yeah, so that's what I've learned, and I've learned that anything's possible, man. I thought the Pelicans would get swept. They're playing tough. They said the Sixers are in trouble the first round. They're probably going to sweep the Raptors. So I don't know anything. I guess I don't know basketball. I'm a fan. All right, man. Mike Tyson. I'm not sure if you saw the whole video.
I saw the whole video.
I want to say that this was not a fan. This was a guy who knows who Mike Tyson is and got in Mike Tyson's space. I mean, you brought up the topic. What is your take on what happened to Mike Tyson, or what the incident with Mike Tyson on the airplane?
One, we're in an airplane. I never thought an airplane is a time to fool around. And I've been on planes with some of the biggest jokesters in the world flying the football games at UCLA, where you got Todd McBride screaming, "The plane's going down!"
Oh,
we hit a little bit of turn. So I just don't think that's not a time to antagonize Mike Tyson, man. And you know the history of Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is beating up people for less. And you can kind of see in the video where Mike Tyson was kind of giving this dude a pass. But you can only give people a pass for so long, man. I think that dude wanted the infamy. He wanted to be infamous. He wanted to be known as a guy who took on Mike Tyson in the plane. That's what he wanted to be known for, and he got it. He got that respect, or that ass whooping that came.
Got them hands. So, I don't think this was a stab at infamy. I think this was a stab at money. I really believe these guys are so stupid that they think if Mike Tyson punches me, you know how much money I would get. But the dummy doesn't realize that he instigated it. The video shows his buddy starting to film it, and he just goes in on Mike as he's sitting there trying to relax. So I believe any judge in America will say, you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. You mess with the sleeping giant, and you woke up the giant and got them hands. Let this be a lesson learned. Matter of fact, you need to pay Mike Tyson for his troubles. And I believe he took it light on him. I believe he smacked him around. If he didn't close his fist for every single punch, he smacked him around a little bit. And the guy took a picture afterwards smiling.
Yeah.
So I doubt that he gets any money. If anything, he might get fined. He might get a little weekend jail time for starting some mess.
I don't know, man. I mean, we still talking about the American justice system, and Mike Tyson, as much as he's beloved, he's been in the movies where the guys get all drunk and forget stuff.
Hangover.
The Hangover. He's been in the Hangover movies. He's been a lovable, likable character. His one-man show was selling out, where he's talking about his life and stuff like that. I still think we have a American justice system that's not fully on board with his celebrity, and any way they can bring him down, they can bring him down. But I mean, I hope Mike Tyson get not even a slap on the hand. Yeah. I hope that whoever's gonna try this, if it even go to trial or whatever happens with it, that this guy gets punished, man. And it should be a lesson to guys who want to antagonize celebrities. When these celebrities are trying to live normal, regular lives, they don't always want to be inundated with being bothered with or having pictures taken of them and stuff like that. You know, I heard a famous story of Kobe taking a camera phone away from a person in church because he thought the person was trying to take a picture of him in church. So, you know, sometimes these people just don't want to be bothered. Yeah. And you just gotta give them their space, man. And Mike Tyson's the one guy you gotta give space to. You gotta give space to, man, because you know this is a guy who bit a dude, part of the dude's ear off in the ring while he was doing his job. So you never know how this might happen, man.
And that's what he was feeding off of. He knew Mike Tyson. He just saw Mike Tyson fight Roy Jones and he lost it, forgot it was an exhibition, and almost killed Roy Jones. Ryan Smith said he may not be able to get back on another plane. Whereas Mike Tyson or this guy who was berating Mike. Who you got, Ryan? Is this going to be Mike Tyson's last straw for flying? I don't think so. He was trying to mind his own business. Now, they're not going to cancel Mike like Will Smith. Is this worse than what Will Smith did? You beat a guy up on the plane?
But what's Will Smith antagonized? You know what I'm saying?
Ryan said the white guy went out. He's going to be banned from that one airline. I don't think he's going to be banned across all airlines. It's like
not across all airlines. They not like that.
Getting caught shoplifting at JCPenney. I can still go to Sears.
Exactly.
True story. Yeah. But yeah. So if Mike Tyson was antagonized by this guy, have you ever met a celebrity and gotten in their grill or talked trash to him?
Never. It almost reminds me of remember Shane, a low down dirty Shane?
Yeah.
Shane punched him. Yeah, I don't know. I've never taken it that far. I've met some celebrities and talked with them, but I'm not about to antagonize people. I'm more happy that when I see them, they're more human than what we are seeing on TV, even if they're professional athletes. You know, they're not A lot of them aren't arrogant. A lot of them, they're just really down to earth and they just don't want to be messed with. I mean, I ran into Wesley Snipes some years ago, big Wesley Snipes fan, and he approached us and started talking to a group of us, man. And he was just super cool, man. And I wouldn't see why anybody would even antagonize that guy like that or antagonize a celebrity when they're just trying to get it. I mean, I met OJ a couple of years after the trial. Just shook his hand, man. He was encouraging us, man. Like, hey, man, y'all go to UCLA. Hey, man, you guys keep up the good work, and congratulations on making it to the NCAA championships. You know, things like that. I never thought about antagonizing any celebrity. So, yeah, that's not something I would do. What about you? You ever antagonize a celebrity?
I gave our boy Jaleel White the business at Men's Gym. Because, you know, Urkel come in the gym. Just be cool, man. He comes in there talking trash, cussing people out. And then I was just like, hold up. Urkel.
He hated that too.
Oh, he would get so mad. I was like, you brought it on yourself. We start calling him Urkel. Good job, Urkel. Good pass, Urkel. Urkel crossed him up. Urkel in his bag. Urkel for 3. Urkel. And he was getting so mad. I think he left the gym mad. But he brought it on himself, man. He was trying to be so over the top, fake thuggish. And we were like, that ain't even authentic, man. Just be cool. I wouldn't say I antagonized her, but when we saw Halle Berry at the MTV Awards at UCLA, and she was walking with her little bodyguards and whatnot, and I know we was all around. Y'all was on one side, and we was on the other side trying to see celebrities, and we were like, Halle Berry, and then we didn't get no rhythm, and then I saw her downtown on not downtown, but I saw her on Rodeo around that same week. And he's like, Halle Berry, started running after her as she was shopping on Rodeo Drive. It wasn't antagonizing. We were just trying to just find, you know, a little space to get close to Halle Berry.
Were you trying to shoot your shot, AC? You trying to here?
I wouldn't say shoot my shot because it wasn't like you had a camera phone. I would have had to take a
No, I'm not talking about shoot your shot like that, brother. I'm talking about shoot your shot. AC.
No,
you know what I'm talking about.
I shot my shot with In Vogue. It wasn't very successful. I got some pictures. That was about it. I was like, I'm a 17-year-old kid trying to make it, and you got what I need.
Ryan Smith.
I called Oprah auntie, and she was not okay with that. You called Oprah auntie? Oh man. I called Maxine Waters auntie. She liked it.
Oh yeah, she loves that.
And she said, that. She said, put me on your Instagram, baby. Put the picture up on your Instagram. I'm like, hold on now, auntie. I dictate what goes on my Instagram. I don't even know how to use Instagram that well yet. If I put you on there, my wife might think something. Me and you auntie Maxine. I
don't think Joy has any threats from Maxine Waters.
I'll reclaim my time. I don't know if you was with us that night at Roscoe's when Floyd Mayweather came in there.
No, I wasn't there.
Yeah, and he tried to take our seats. He said we were in his section. And we were like, forget you, we were just, at this point we weren't, I don't think he was 40, he was still
as big as he was.
He was just coming up. We was like, who are you? You little, pipsqueak, little Mighty Mouse looking, you old. And he had like 3 bad mamacitas with him, Latinas. And he had his bodyguards. And he took our spot at Roscoe's. And
y'all gave up the booth?
Well, we was on our way out, and he was like trying to get us to hustle out. So it was a little interaction. Oh, punk. We were like, yo, punk, that's why you 5'7" and 115 pounds fighting featherweights. Fight a real man. Fight a real man. I know at the wrestling event, we used to go hard on I told you we met Eddie Guerrero. We didn't meet him, but he was the headliner at this time. We were in San Jose playing arena football, and we had front row seats. And Eddie Guerrero came out. He was 5'8", man. I was, what? Eddie Guerrero was 5'8". I mean, like, you're so small. Why are
And
you
did
so
Eddie Guerrero,
why
a
are you
legend?
why are you so short? And he was like, get you puto, puto. And I was like, oh, you're too small. I can beat you. And he was talking trash to us. It was the funnest time, man. Brandon
I used
Henry,
to love Eddie Guerrero, man.
Brandon Henry said he shot his shot at Jada in '97. You dodged a bullet. I think
You dodged a
'97
bazooka. You didn't dodge a bullet, bro. You dodged a missile.
missile. I think it would have been okay. This is before she became who she is. You might have been able to bring her back to earth. I think I dodged a bullet with Gabrielle Union.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Brandon Henry, you know what? Brandon Henry just brought up a thing. I did have to, and I don't know, maybe because I don't think of him as a celebrity no more because I lost respect for him. Ricky Bell, Bill DeVoe.
Oh, no.
Man, we was at Jerry's Deli. This had to be like 99. And I had already met him before, and he was super cool. So I'm sitting at the booth. And this is before my wife, way before my wife. So I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way. Like I was out there flirting around. But this girl, pretty girl, wanted me to sit at the table with her. When I got at the table with her, Ricky Bell's already there talking to her friend. And he just said, I don't know why sometimes these broke dudes be trying to get at all the fine girls, knowing they ain't got nothing to offer. AC, man. I went off, AC, because I'm like, he's saying this in front of me. Yeah, I was broke.
It was true.
I'm broke.
I'm broke.
It's true.
That's a joke.
But she was feeling your boy, feeling Jimmy Mack. And she got me to calm down though. After I made a couple of threats, I even asked him to step into the parking lot with me. And he did because he's really short. And she calmed me down, and then I ended up eventually leaving the booth because I was just like, I can't keep looking at this cat across from me. And I went and sat with my boys after that because I was gonna sit there and just have dinner with the girl, and but after that, yeah, that's the only time I think. And I wouldn't say I antagonized him; he antagonized me.
Oh,
so
man.
after that, I was like, as much as I love Bill DeVoe, and that album, their first album was classic. That dude, I lost all respect for that dude that night, man.
So you probably loved the BET special when he was doing bad.
Nah, I never really want nobody to do bad because, like I said, man, that album was classic, man. I was a big fan, man. I knew the dance moves to all their videos. That's how much of a fan I was, man. And yeah, he was being straight. He was being a straight buster that night, man.
This is Mr. Bill DeVoe night. Brandon said he almost fought Ronnie DeVoe the same year, hooping at the Valley College. Ronnie DeVoe and that ball.
Did he have game, Brandon?
He probably said, yo, B, yo, what's up with all the fouls, yo? Yo, I'm not having it, yo. I'm Ronnie DeVoe. No eyebrows.
Oh, that also made me think of another one. I had a close call with Stacey Augmon.
Oh, no.
What diffused the situation, Stacey Augmon is fussing with my boy Jake, who ran track at UCLA. Shout out to the Glickmans. They get to an argument. I'm on the other side of the club looking like, oh shoot, who rolling up on my boy? I stopped dancing with this girl and I'm running over there. The girl grabbed me like, where you going? I said, my boy getting into it. I gotta help him. And as I'm running over there, the dude that he's fussing with is getting taller and bigger and taller as I'm getting closer. I'm like, oh shit, what am I running myself into? And I get over there, I jump in the way. I'm like, what's up? Oh shoot, it's Stacey Augmon. I stick my hand out and I start hugging him like, Stacey Augmon, you the man.
You went out like a simp. Oh man, I love you. UNLV.
Diffused the whole situation, man.
Oh.
Diffused the whole situation. Like Augmon wasn't even mad no more. He was like, oh, what's up, man?
Oh man, you're a fan. Oh,
I'm a fan.
Oh no, man. Ryan said he ran into Ron O'Neal and called him Jim Brown. Oh no. And then corrected and said Jim Kelly. Oh, you was wrong. You was wrong twice. Oh,
come on,
you got
Ryan.
The blaxploitation guys mixed up. Oh, that's racist. All black men don't look alike. Oh man. Ryan DeVoe. Man. I don't know if it was antagonizing, but everybody that's trying to holler at my wife, they on my list. I told you about this before. Ice Cube at UCLA,
Ice Cube.
higher learning. When I see him on site, I'm taking off. Dub C called me a square. I'm a yank one of them beards off of him. Corrupt was trying to sweet talk my wife at a school event, and he was coming to be a guest speaker. Who else we got? That's on with the whole dog pound, ain't it? Oh, that's the West Side Connection.
West Side Connect.
Man, all these dudes. Usher was at UCLA signing autographs when he was just coming out.
When he was chubby still?
He was still a kid. Yeah, gonna sign.
He was a chubby little fat boy.
My wife had a poster for him to sign. He shot his shot. I'm like, this punk little. I was about to jump over the table, man. I'm like, yo, big nose, oh, sugar baby head looking, man, that's crazy, man.
Shoot, Joy dodged the bullet with that one, boy. You know the Usher rumors.
The Usher, bro, he out here wild.
You know the Usher rumors.
Man, he should just stay with Chili, bro. Henry said, if you don't remember Sid.
I remember Sid. Dang, his sister was a backup dancer for BBD. Hey, they had some fine backup dancers, man. That's why I used to love watching their videos. That's why I learned the dances.
Never touched a big button to smile. Now, of all these celebs, who would you fight in tough man competition?
Man, for a long time, it was little. Maybe because I was bigger than him, I had to reach, and I was athletic.
You said Lil Wayne.
And I was still in my 20s. I figure I can get him, but now I'm older. I think I can still get him, but the celebrity I would take down in the tough man contest. We should get this going. Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
And the reason why I say Jay-Z, because back in the day, well, some years ago when we were still going through the kneeling and all that stuff, and they made him in charge of the Super Bowl halftime, and he was like, "This ain't about kneeling no more." Mm-hmm. And he made that big stupid speech about the protest pretty much being over. I was like, man, this dude's sold. And that I think that took a little steam out of the movement, because Jay-Z, you know how Jay-Z is with black people, man. He's up there. He's almost Tupac level when it comes to his entertainment and his status. And that just deflated me, man. I mean, I never was a big Jay-Z fan as is, but because he said that, like, this ain't about protesting no more and stuff like that, bruh, like, you're not gonna steam off this movement, man. We're trying to get this movement going, and we need our black celebrities to really be on board, especially ones with a status like you. I was looked at as a mogul, and ever since then, man, I ain't been feeling my man. I don't even like listening to Jay-Z music like that no more. Every once in a while, like if it's on my playlist, I haven't removed them from the playlist because I know I'll probably get over it. But in that moment, man, I was like, dude, that you killing me, man. You killing me. What he say in Sandlot? You killing me, Smalls. Man. He was killing me, man. So I couldn't take it no more, man. I would love to have a celebrity boxing match with Jay-Z. I would beat Joe Camel up.
How big is Jay-Z?
I don't know.
What is the name of that one sportscaster that always, he's a heavier guy, wears his hats are too small, bald head.
Whitmore. Whitlock.
Jason Whitlock can get these hands. Oh man, he's the worst. And everything he says, I just cringe, man. I was like, man, somebody just need to pop him in the mouth one time. Not even to be violent so we don't get shut down, but just a tough man competition with gloves on. Just
celebrities.
Yeah.
Get the big gloves, the oversized gloves, the headgear.
I did want to fight Floyd. Like, he was just, for so long, ever since the Roscoe's event.
I don't know, AC. Don't do that one.
He might put hands on me, but I will rough him up a little bit until he pop me. If Sugar Shane could pop him one time, I think I could pop him one time. It would cost a lot of shots though. I'll have to get inside. He would pop me a couple. I'll have to play skullduggery and be a little dirty. I would have to be a little dirty and get a couple shots in, a couple elbows in, a couple of elbow follow throughs on the inside, and hit him below the belt, make him mad, and then rush him.
You can do some Madonna tactics.
Oh man, you gotta do what you gotta do. Get your shot off, man. You can't be timid and hesitant. Brandon said Jay-Z ain't a small cat. Max said he don't like him and gonna go after him.
That's right. I think I can get inside on Jay-Z. Use my movement. You know what I'm saying?
Ty said he feels the same way about Cube after he made a fool of himself during the election in 20. Yeah, he did. I mean, he had a lyric that said, "I'll never have dinner with the president. I'll never have dinner with the president. And when I meet you again, I'll be hesitant." Well, who's he meeting with? Trump. Wow.
Hey, Ryan Smith, I don't know about Herschel, though. I can get Clarence Thomas, Ryan Smith. I don't know about Herschel.
Herschel
ain't got it all, man. I wouldn't mess with
Herschel's still doing 1,000 push-ups tonight. I don't think you want to mess with Herschel. He's been
Mike Staff in the house. What up, Mike?
Mike Staff in the house. Yeah, I think Herschel's still a hard win. Didn't Herschel go in the UFC and beat somebody up?
Yep.
No, I'm good on that. I'm not gonna go in there and get whooped. I'm gonna go in there and beat somebody up that I know can't get me. I'm a like Rich Pryor say, I'm on whatever team is winning.
Hey, Brandon Henry said he'd get Kanye. I don't know.
Kanye? Oh, yeah, Kanye kind of need his butt whooped. Miss Mac said, no, you did not shake my head. What was she talking about?
Hey, honey, what celebrity would you take on for a celebrity boxing match? What celebrity would you fight him?
Jada, please say Jada. You will fight Jada right now. Miss Mac versus Jada Pinkett. Slap.
I already know who Miss Mac might go. She might go Gabrielle Union.
Gabrielle Union for having that boy.
She said no, because she knows Gabrielle Union used to be my crush.
Yeah, Joy.
Until she started making Dwayne Wade wear short pants.
Joy's girlfriend, Denisha Danielle. Joy had a good girlfriend in college. I
remember Denisha Danielle.
Denisha was in my class, and Gabrielle Union checked into our class, and she sat next to Danielle and asked who I was. And she said, don't worry about who he is. That's my girl, Joy's girl. Oh, man. And she said, oh, excuse me.
All right, Denisha. Got her girl back.
Hey, they friends to this day.
Hey, my wife says she'll fight Dwight Howard.
Oh, he's a snit, a ninja. Dwight Howard. Well, he known to sweet talk to young ladies. Why he got so many kids out of wedlock? Yeah, that's important, man. I know Michael Stafford like a good fight. Who would Michael Stafford fight? I think Mike would probably fight. Let me see if I can guess who Mike Stafford would want to fight in a tough man competition. This is not a show about violence, Facebook. This is just a hypothetical. Who would you fight in a tough man? Who would you call out? Basically, who you calling out?
My brother says she'll fight. She'll go after Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber, an easy win.
She want to fight the Biebs, man. I like the Biebs.
I'm gonna go after somebody real small.
I like the Biebs.
Somebody real small and frail. All right, man. Let's move on. If you got somebody you want to fight, put it in the comments. We'll check you out. I would most
celebrity fighting, y'all, not real fighting.
Mike said he'd fight. I would mostly fight anyone, really. Mike, God, even though you're violent, he's not mixed martial arts. You can't just fight anybody, man. Somebody.
Oh, son, Adam Schefter. Damn, my son said he want to get Adam Schefter.
He did
want to get after Adam Schefter because of the Dwayne Haskins thing.
He said some wild stuff. Yeah, you might want to pop him in the mouth one time. I want to fight. I want to fight Mel Kiper Jr. Because he makes me.
I'm next. After you get Kiper, I gotta get him next. That dude ruined my draft status.
Yeah, he did. Jim McElroy won't make it in the next level. All right, man.
Too small.
So we saw the USFL opening week last week, and we didn't see it, even though it was going on. We tried to watch it. You watched a little bit. I watched a little bit.
I watched.
All right. So my question to you is: are they going to suffer from the same hurdles as the WNBA, or is this a different dynamic?
That's a different dynamic because you got this upstart league. See, in the 80s, it was still they were able to sign big names in the 80s. You know, I looked at the stats from the 80s. They had Jim Kelly. You know, they had Herschel Walker. They had some really good. Maurice Carthon was in there. They had some really good players that played in the USFL. They're not doing that. So what I think they should have did, instead of putting everything in Alabama, they should have from week to week played from Thursday through Sunday, those games in the big cities, like 4 games in Philly, 4 games in LA, 4 games in New York, so they can sell that league because where you got the big populations. People love seeing the football, but, you know, discount tickets, get the people in the stadiums, you know, and watch these games. That's what I think they could have did to sell this league because, like you said, it was on. 3 million people watched the games. I was one of the 3 million. But NFL is clocking 60, 70, 80 million people on Sundays.
Wow.
You know, that 3 million don't mean nothing to that. So I think if they would have traveled, I think they would have got, because I think I would have went to a game at SoFi if they went to one. If they did a 4-day weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then, you know, when we were looking at the players, we didn't recognize a lot of the players. So I think that would have been a good way to market these players.
I think it's a lot different, but at the same time, I think they both can benefit if we knew who was playing, and they did a better
Yes.
job marketing when and making it accessible. I had to look around and find the game, and who was playing. Like you said, location. I don't know if the traveling roadshow is the key because you have to make loyal fans. That's the problem we've had with LA teams for as long as we can remember. Is there's so much to go to in LA. They were battling baseball. They were battling, other events. They're battling fan controlled football. So they're battling other events. How do you make fans? Like, how do you gain fandom? Like, how do you gain people that are going to follow what you guys do? Like you said, the 80s USFL, they made us excited because they got Herschel Walker, they got Anthony Carter, they got Bobby Hebert, they got Jim Kelly. They had dudes that we knew were going to be ballers out of college. But without the attempt to grab these known name guys, I don't think they're going to make it. Now, how I believe that is similar to the WNBA. The WNBA is going to make it because they have the NBA backing, but they still struggle with marketing and viewership because we don't get to see the matchups. We don't see the camaraderie, the rivalry, the fandom necessary to have a sport. Arena football I think we had more love, more support in that one little stretch of time from 99 to 2003. It was pretty popular. It was on NBC every Sunday. And there were guys you recognized from college. There were guys you recognized from the NFL. And they marketed those guys. And they showed that these guys are playing. So an interesting thing I saw as they were marketing the next round of NBA games tomorrow, they put a player's face next to the team. And it's not by chance. It's not by, hope. This is strategically done. They put a face next to the team's name. So not only do they have the loyalty to this team, but you get fans of other teams that want to see a matchup. And I think that's kind of where these two leagues can really benefit if they make stars out of their players. I'm not sure how, but they have to find a way. I mean, we've talked about how to make the WNBA better by selling sex, selling attractiveness, lowering the rim, but somehow or another they got to tap into what they got in college basketball is rivalry and fandom, and the USFL is going to fall flat the same way if they don't find a way to get those fans excited about their teams. So, like you said, location. I mean, where are these teams at? Washington Generals, Michigan Panthers. They don't have the LA Express this year, right?
No, I don't think so. No, it's not the LA Express. No.
So, it's gonna be hard, man. Like they play again this week. Are they even letting us know they're playing? Are we gonna be watching it? They gonna play during the NBA Finals? I don't know if that was a good decision.
Yeah, this is a bad time of the year to have football when you got the NBA playoffs coming along. Yeah. Nobody's really trying to watch that.
So I don't know, man. I think they're gonna have to go back to the drawing board and see how we saved this year, because I don't know if 3 million viewers is enough to keep the lights on, because they got to go to their marketing department and go to their sponsorship, say, hey, how many people watched? 3 million. They're gonna say, I pass. That's too much.
Hey, are you gonna get you a USFL team jersey?
I used to love the Michigan Panthers when they had Bobby Hebert and Anthony Carter. That burgundy and light blue and gray. I mean, that was cold. I love their helmets. I love the uniforms. But again, they're doing a terrible job letting us know they're playing. I don't know when they're playing. I got to look it up, and I shouldn't have to look it up. Todd said, with the XFL coming next year, it's coming still? Will we become oversaturated with football to the point of diminishing returns on both leagues, cannibalizing each other? Something got to give. I want to see T.O. and Manziel. They're playing fan control football. I would want to see.
They look at him, man. I would pass T.O. every play.
I'll throw the bag and the Brinks truck at Kaepernick and Vince Young. I would find guys that have recently stopped playing that can still go a little bit. Chad Ochocinco, T.O., guys that just got pretty much cast it off because they're demanding too much money or whatever, and make it big time like the USFL in the 80s. Make it big time somehow. I'm not sure how, but there are guys out there that want to play. Just like you watch the NBA's knockoff league where they play the Elam rule with the scoring, and they have a championship and all that stuff. All the guys still trying to make the NBA. Some of them guys recognize. I just know that it's oversaturation is a problem. They cut each other up. We'll see what happens, man. And the WNBA got to deal with the overseas teams.
And the overseas pay more. And they're big celebrities in those countries, too. They market them, man. They put them on billboards.
Celebrities.
They're doing commercials. They got bad dubs, like watching anime, where they dub it, they ain't working. So, yeah, they got to do that.
Brandon said they should start their season 2 weeks after the draft. Undrafted players can start here. I believe they would have more viewers. Undrafted players?
I like it. I like that.
Name guys we recognize from college that didn't get drafted?
Hey, I like that. Yeah.
Guys.
Think about it. Those guys get to play.
Guys will still take the draft undrafted free agent deal. Guys, man. You have to throw.
Yeah, that's true though, because the NFL is the top of the mountain.
You know how much money it took to get Herschel Walker and them to not go to the NFL? Like, they had to give them dudes some money. Reggie White, Herschel Walker.
They almost went bankrupt. Well, they not almost went bankrupt. They went bankrupt because of it. Think about it, AC. Did you have a chance to go to Canada?
No.
Man, I turned down a chance to go to Canada to go play in NFL Europe just so I can.
Well, yeah, that dream.
I get to run full speed towards the line of scrimmage. Oh man, that'd have been easy.
Easy money. Yeah. Brandon Henry is recency biased. I mean,
it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough for these leagues.
Yeah, no, most definitely. Kyrie. All right, so I was listening to Greeny in the morning. Mm-hmm. And they have a guy on there that's his, I guess his sidekick, so to speak. Some guy he throws ideas off of, and his name is Himbo. And they were talking about the suspension or fine for Kyrie. Kyrie got a fine of $50,000. If you didn't know, a fan was berating Kyrie, as we talked about fans and antagonizing celebrities. This fan from Boston was going hard on Kyrie, and Kyrie had enough and gave him the bird. This guy on the Greeny show said $50,000 wasn't enough. He needed to be suspended for a game. And I was just like, where is that coming from? Even Greenberg was like, yo, that's excessive. Why would you suspend a superstar for flipping the bird when you know the profanities and the culture of Boston versus Kyrie is what it is? And everybody was okay with the $50,000, but this one guy. And it made me ask. I said, let me ask Jimmy on the show, where does this deep-rooted hate come from not only sports writers, but fans to certain celebrity superstar players? Like, this is something else, man.
Back in the days, I think it was more so that player was killing your team. I think it's that plus now, because of our generation and what we've invested into our favorite players. Some of these players are threats to the guys that we love growing up watching that aren't around no more. I think what the thing with Kyrie in Boston is that when he got to Boston, he wasn't his best self. He wasn't the Kyrie that we had seen in Cleveland. They actually played better when he wasn't around, and he was a terrible leader. So I think with Boston, it's a whole lot more personal. But I think fans forget that these guys are at work, and you don't want them to be successful against your team, but some of the things that they say and do, it does cross the line. You can go overboard. I mean, but it's different with certain cats. Like me and you, we grew up playing basketball on the playground, one-on-one pickup. People talk about your mama doing that stuff like that. That don't really bother us. You don't want to hear it, but it don't bother you either. I think with Kyrie, he has a little Ralph Tresvant in him. He's a little sensitive. He hears it. He takes it to heart, man. He really does. And I think a lot of these guys are more so want to be loved. Like when you look at the Bird Magic Johnson documentary, courtship of a rival, and the fans killed those guys, talked bad about them, but that wasn't their main focus. Their main focus was beating the other person. These and they didn't care about being liked. I think these guys like being liked. But as far as we hating players, a lot of these players, because we have so much access to them because of media and stuff like that, and because of their social media accounts, they tend to make us not like them, because we're just thinking like Magic wouldn't have did that, Jordan wouldn't have did that, Kobe wouldn't have did that. You know, these guys wouldn't do some of the stuff that they do, and it's a shame that it gets to that point. But they know, being a celebrity, being on a pro team, this comes with the territory.
Mike Staff says another tender love. Another tender love.
Tender love.
Love so tender. Okay, so the Barkleys of the world, the OG Ron Artests of the world, who the what's that one cornerback name from the Rams that went into the stands and sweated this fake gangster?
Oh, Talib.
Not that. The other one. He's a little smaller, but he went up.
Oh, Marshawn's cousin. I know who you're talking about. Marshawn Lynch's cousin.
But he went up in the stand and said, "Where you from?
Yeah.
Where you from, cuz?" Like whatever he said to him. And
Peters. There it is, Brandon.
Yeah,
Peters. Jason Peters. Not Jason Peters.
Brandon Peters? Jason Peters? It was Peters though. But you're right.
Yeah.
Number 22, Peters. And he went in the stand.
Yep.
So Himbo's response was, he has no right to respond in that fashion. And it almost felt like it was rooted in racism. Like the way he said it, like he should be happy. And it came back to how much money he made. And I was like, the amount of money he makes has nothing to do with the amount of disrespect he should be able to take. I understand fans and players. Fans pay money, they can come to the game and talk crazy to the players. But it should be some level you don't cross. So he was like saying, he makes $100 million. That fan only makes $35,000 a year. I said, that's still, he pays his salary was one of the other comments he made. And I said, but that does not give him the right to insult him personally. Talk about his game all day. Talk about him saying you suck all day. Kyrie, you're a traitor. Kyrie, you suck. Okay, that's normal. But he wanted the man suspended for throwing the bird when that guy called him everything but a child of God. And talked about, I mean, you have to talk about a guy pretty bad for him to respond, like, you know. And Kyrie just threw him the bird. He didn't go in the stands. He didn't slap him. Yeah. He just threw him the bird and kept balling. And they wanted to suspend him for a game. I said, where's that coming from? That sounds like somebody that is really, really bitter and upset that Kyrie's a mega superstar, maybe the best player pound for pound in the league. And I was like, I'm now looking at you sideways, bro. If you got that kind of, animosity and position that he should be suspended. He shouldn't be able to respond at all. He should be able to take everything that they give him because he's my $100 million a year player. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, think about the guy but did the guy spit on Trae Young last year in New York?
Yep.
Or threw something at him while he was playing in the game? So fans take it way overboard a lot.
Yeah. And it's rooted in racism, man. He actually doesn't pay his salary. The majority of this money is now from the cable deals and endorsements. Ticket sales benefit organizations than more than the. Hey, that's where that's rooted. I pay your salary. And matter of fact, you shouldn't be getting paid that much. You're just playing a kid's game.
But remember that at UCLA, though. I mean, we used to get that sometimes from bitter. And I hate to put the race thing out there, but it more definitely came from the lighter shade of student on campus that will go, "Hey, man, I pay for your scholarship." Like, no, brother, I earned this scholarship. You don't pay him for nothing, because the UCLA wasn't my only scholarship offer. I could have went anywhere. So let's not do that. So, I mean, a lot of them, a lot of these fans, especially the ones that have that courtside access. A lot of them do have money, or they feel that I have that right. So it's crazy, man. Because a lot of people, they seen Spike Lee do it, and they seen other celebrities, Jack Nicholson, talking to players and stuff like that. But you got to remember, this is Spike Lee and Jack Nicholson. They know these players off the court.
Yeah.
You just Joe Blow who works in accounting for Disney, and you're making a gang of money, but you don't have that rapport with those guys, and they don't have that respect for you as well. If Jack Nicholson told somebody, hey, you suck, your game is terrible, Kyrie, I don't think Kyrie responds like that.
No.
I think Kyrie laughs it up with him and hug him after the game.
Yeah. Mike Staff said, in college, they say you're getting a free ride or a free education. To keep it a buck, school should be free. And it's not even like real money exchange. You're there on a voucher.
Pretty much.
Nobody actually comes up to the school and says, I want to pay Jim McElroy's tuition. They got 25 free vouchers every year for 25 new ballers they're going to put uniforms on and sell tickets off of.
Yep.
It's the biggest money grab, and it's a great segue to our NIL topic. National champion head coach Kirby Smart. He says there's not much we can do about it. Do you believe coaches don't want players to benefit off their own likeness, Jimmy Mack?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and read what he said. He said, what scares him the most is people losing passion for the game in the process of making money. It concerns me beyond any measure.
It concerns me.
So the passion. So every player, I hope every player that you're signing to come to the University of Georgia, Kirby, is thinking about that check at the next level that can create generational wealth. They're coming here. They're going to Georgia. They can go to Hawaii. They can go to Boise. They can go to Texas State. But they choose to go to Georgia because they feel that's the best route to getting to the NFL to get those checks. So I don't think their passion is lost. What it is that you just have a generation of young men who have been raised probably by other young men or had coaches who played in that and struggled. And they're telling these kids their power. And now we've had this reversal where these kids are making good money to play college football. Something that could have helped me out. Something that could have helped you out, AC. Could have helped a lot of our teammates out. If you watched the U documentary, when Walsh said, man, he's seen a couple of his teammates putting on ski masks and carrying paper bags because they was going out to rob somebody because they was hungry. This stops all that. This stops all that. And then also, after college football is over with, say if I don't make it to the NFL, I'm back to I wouldn't say a privileged life, because it's not a really privileged life if you don't understand the work that goes into being an athlete on campus. But these people start off the world with nothing but a piece of paper. And they got to go get jobs where we couldn't work jobs. So I'm glad that these guys are getting an NIL deal. What it sounds like is that Kirby Smart is taking a page out of Dabo Sweeney's book and becoming tone deaf. You got players on there that come from disadvantaged backgrounds. You got players on your team that are struggling at times. That training table ain't always the best. What happens at 3 o'clock in the morning during the study session and they get hungry? What they gonna do? They ain't gotta go lift in the morning? Nah, man, you shut your mouth. The University of Georgia, them kids gonna get all type of big NIL deals, and that's gonna help your program out. They're not gonna lose their passion, because their passion is the best. The more NIL money I'm gonna get, let's soup this thing up, and I'm gonna get some NFL checks too. So it's a good thing, and I just think that it's to me, and this is why I would never send my kids to the South, unless I necessarily had to play for any of these programs. It's the plantation mentality. I feed you, I clothe you, I provide you shelter. That's all you need, and that's not how it should be at all.
Nick Saban pretty much opens up the can that has been closed for so long in the SEC, and he's saying the kids are making opportunities for themselves. That's what it is, says Saban. That's what it was, but that creates a situation where you can basically buy players.
But they've been doing it for a long time.
Now everybody can buy players, and that's kind of why he's like, how do we stay on top? because he's seeing he's no longer getting every single 5-star he wants. He had a battle with Georgia, Clemson, LSU. He had to battle all these other SEC. Now Texas A&M jumped in it. I heard
SC gonna jump in it soon.
SC's already in it, and
you know how that's gonna work once they get rolling.
They got Hollywood producers at the practice, and movie money is long. I believe
Very long.
I went to a practice. Not gonna say the school. There was a Hollywood producer on the field looking for an intern. And it's like it's gonna happen, and you can't fight it. It's like Coach K finally taking one and dones. At some point or another, you're gonna have to ride the wave and understand this is what it is. If you fight it, you're gonna lose recruits because you're fighting it. You no longer can recruit based on your boosters shaking hands. Now you're gonna have to really recruit and sell some kids on your program, not just the NIL. The NIL is gonna be offered across the board, and a lot of the NIL money is not tremendous, like not $1 million deals across the board. But some schools like A&M will never know what they offered those kids, but somehow or another, I think it's Jimbo Fisher down in A&M.
Yeah, Jimbo Fisher.
Got the highest rated recruiting class that A&M has ever had, and I understand that everybody that signed with A&M got a nice NIL deal. So the floodgates are open, but the fact that these $8-9 million a year coaches have a problem with the players. It means they don't want to put the work in these scouting, trips. They want to take it the easy route and just grab my 5-star players and reload every year. Now you're going to have to work, get out there like prime time and go in them living rooms and really convince kids. Not only do we have money, but we have a program that's going to put you in the pros. And we're going to win. So it's
and so don't let them HBCUs really get it rolling with the NIL. You're gonna see a change is becoming.
That's why
you see what Prime and Hugh doing right now.
They're loading up. They promoting. They marketing. They doing videos. They awarding scholarships to walk-ons. Putting their mamas on the Instagram, making them popular, making them feel good. Deion reading the scripture every morning. He's doing it, man. Brandon said that's why they don't like it. Saban, Dabo, Smart, all them $9 million a year coaches been getting paid more than NFL coaches. Now they got to share the wealth with the kids. To help.
Yeah, what do you tell a kid that got an NIL deal?
Like Brandon said, like Oprah said, you get a rack, you get a rack, you get a rack. Everybody gets a rack. Now, who's going to play with passion? I ain't playing with no passion, coach. I'm trying not to get hurt. I'm going to the league next year. Keep them broke. I mean, play with passion.
Keep them hungry.
Keep them hungry.
I think that the kids will still play with passion, man.
Still want to win. Now,
they just not going. They just won't be starving.
How you get a kid to play in a bowl game when the bowl game don't mean nothing?
That's the problem right there. Now that's the real problem.
That would be another show. That's a whole nother show topic. We got to figure out how we get players to play. There's going to have to be some incentive-based insurance policy.
There's only one solution. Get rid of the playoffs.
Get rid of the playoffs. Back to regular
That's
bowls.
the only solution you can do.
Yeah. Same energy. We talked crazy about the Timberwolves last week. Winning the play-in game. They're in the playoffs playing pretty good. Gave up the lead and lost last night. But we also saw the first ever buzzer beater at the Boston Garden with a layup by Jason Tatum. And they rushed the court. So somebody said, why isn't there the same energy for the Timberwolves celebration and the Celtics celebration? And I was like, very simple. Buzzer beater. I don't know how
everybody does have buzzer beaters.
Buzzer beater. I mean, buzzer beaters, man. There's something about it. The game could be middle of the season, and you hit a buzzer beater. It's worth celebrating. You get over it really quickly, but you celebrate in the moment because it was a buzzer beater. It's what you dream about.
Yep.
But if I beat the Clippers by 10, and it's a play-in game, I'm happy we made it to the playoffs, but I don't overdo it. It's not the same. I'm not as happy. It shouldn't even be in the play-in game. If we had a good season, I wouldn't be in the play-in game. But again, it's Pat Beverly. He has a personal beef with the Clippers. I do get that part, but I don't go up there and cry. I don't go out there and stand on top of the table and show my chest like I'm Kobe Bryant in Game 5 of the finals. It's different, man. Same energy? No, not the same. Buzzer beaters, man. The kind you dream about. 5, 4, you dribble 3, 2, 1. For the game! Rush.
Yep. I agree with everything you said, man. Yeah. It's not the same energy.
Not the same.
The stakes are a little bit higher. Not saying that the stakes wasn't high for the Timberwolves, but the fact that the Celtics, I mean, to be truthful with you, if you really think about it, the Celtics are the underdog in this series with Brooklyn. They're the underdogs. And for them to win in the fashion that they won, and then it was, like you said, a quick celebration. It wasn't throwing jerseys in the stands. It wasn't standing on top of tables. It wasn't none of that stuff.
Throwing
quick celebration. Let's get back to work.
Throwing jerseys.
And it was not the same energy. I'll take the Celtic celebration. I mean, I'm a little bit more biased. I just don't like Pat Bev. Anything he does pretty much annoys me.
Would you put Pat Bev in your tough man fighting competition? Would you fight Pat Bev in the tough man?
Yeah, for celebrity purposes, yeah. I'll take him on.
It's supposed to be an exhibition. Pat Bev.
I'll take him on.
Pat Bev probably.
I'm gonna need some months to train though.
Yeah, he'd probably be a hard win because he looked like he in shape.
And he looked like he don't mind being punched in the face either.
He looked like he's been punched a few times. He looked like he's been in a few fights. All right, here we go, man. Top 5 shooters of all time. Who you got?
Top 5 shooters. All right, let's make this quick. I'm gonna give my honorable mention. Allen Houston, Deadlift Shrimp, Glenn Rice. All those guys had great 3-point and mid-range game. So that's how I base my shooters off of. The combination of mid-range and 3-point shooting. So I'm going to go with Larry Legend, Bird. I want Bird taking most of my last shots, no matter what it is. Am I a Bird fan? No. Do I recognize his greatness? Yes. Steph Curry, number 2. Ray Allen, number 3. Reggie Miller, number 4. And then it's a toss-up between KD and Chris Mullin. People forget Chris Mullin was on the first Dream Team. Excellent mid-range game. Excellent 3-point shooter. And then KD, that 7-foot monster out there whipping that jump shot. So those are my guys. Those are my top 5. Bird, Curry, Allen, Miller, with a tie between KD and Mullin. Who you got?
My top 5 shooter, I got Ray, Reggie, Curry, Mullin, and Bird. I don't necessarily have them in order, but those are the guys that come to mind for me. And who I would want to shoot my last shot. Everything on the line. I'm going Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller, to me, from what I've seen throughout his career, he really, really wanted to take someone's heart. He really, really wanted to take that shot. I believe Bird was that same way. I'm not sure if Ray Allen and Curry were the same type of killer that Reggie and Bird were. Mullin was just money. I mean, I used to play with Mullin on the video game. I just know he was money from the 3 and from the mid-range. He was just smooth. But Ray is my favorite all time, but I would go with Reggie for my clutch shot at the end of the game because I know he's that petty. He's just that petty to do the throat to Spike Lee to score 9 points in 10 seconds. I like Reggie Miller, man. Dunkers, who you got?
Dunkers, man, that was easy for me. My top 5 favorite dunkers, of course, the human highlight film, Dominique Wilkins. Then we got Vince Sanity, who had the all-time greatest dunk contest performance ever. Then there's the Rain Man, Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp used to posterize fools when he woke up in the morning. Then, of course, your guy, Dr. J.
The Doc.
And then a guy that nobody talks about. When I seen this dude in the middle of a game throw the ball off the backboard, catch it, and dunk it, T-Mac. Nobody does that in the middle of a game. T-Mac's that dude, he posterized people all the time, and nobody talks about it. T-Mac is a dunker. T-Mac would go. And remember, he should have finished. He did almost the same exact dunk that Vince Carter did in the dunk contest that year, but Vince did it first. So that's why the shine wasn't on it. But he did basically the same dunk. and nobody cared because Vince was tearing it up. So those my 5 dunkers. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with my buddy Dan Olson, who can't watch the show because he had to get some sleep, but he sent me his 5. So I'm gonna go with his 5 because we agree. He's old school and I'm old school. He went Sean Kemp, absolutely ridiculous. He went Dominique Wilkins, the Human Highlight film. Daryl Chocolate Thunder from the planet Lovetron, Dawkins. Man brings down the rim. He's a boss. Michael Jeffrey Jordan. They call him Air because he stayed in the air so long and he kissed the rim. Julius Dr. J. Irving was the doctor. Afro Deluxe. Humble winner. Honorable mention, he put Shaq. He's a bad man, a good man, didn't need a finger roll. And then he says, Shaq will be on my list of fun dudes to go out with on the town. Right after Charles Barkley, who would be first round draft choice in everyone's book because he would probably fight the first person that says something to him. Do not berate Charles Barkley. I would add to my dunkers list to add on Dan's list. I would have to go 10. I would go Vince Carter. I would have to go Zach LaVine. I'm going to throw in there Baron Davis, too. Baron Davis was a bad man.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Baron.
The point guard. Like you said, T-Mac. I'm going to throw Kobe Bryant and a young Kobe Bryant in there. He threw it down pretty good. I'm going to go old school David Thompson. A little love.
What about Dr. Duncanstein?
Dr. Duncanstein.
Griffin played for Utah.
Yeah, he wasn't my favorite guy. I remember that nickname.
What about AI?
AI? No, he would get sympathy dunks. He would get those little tip dunks. I mean, it was impressive because he's so small, but not necessarily. He wasn't Stevie Francis as far as a little guy. And Derrick Rose.
Yeah, Francis.
There's a lot of guys, man. But as far as dunk contests, my favorite all time is Vince Carter. But I think the best dunker of all time is like Zach LaVine as far as creativity and ability to jump and stay in the air doing between the legs from the free throw line, behind the back. Yeah. That's still the most incredible thing I've ever seen. And then the recent dunk contest with him and Gordon, that was pretty much impressive. But as far as in the game dunking, those guys, man. Dodgers beat the Padres. Yes, sir. All right, man. So, fun topic. Candy. Throwback candy of the week. All right, man. I had a box of Goobers the other day. Remember Goobers?
Remember Goobers.
I had a pack of fruit stripes with a little horsey on it.
Yeah, you showed us that Tuesday. Yeah.
Now I went to the bag. I got a bag of sugar babies. I'm not sure how you feel about sugar babies. And I also found me a good old-fashioned Charms Blow Pop, where the gum don't last but 10 seconds. Throwback candy. Y'all know I got a sweet tooth. My throwback candies of the day. Sugar babies and blow pops. My after dinner snack. What you got, man?
All right. So, what I got. These candies were so good that they actually made songs about them. One of them is Shake Your Laffy Taffy. Shake Your Laffy, except for banana. Except for banana.
You don't like
except
banana?
For banana. All the rest of them was good, except for banana. And the other one, Cotton Candy Sweet and Roll. Let me see you tootsie roll.
Both of those candies are terrible. They got songs about them.
I love both of those candies, man.
Man.
I love both those candies, man. Laffy Taffies and Tootsie Rolls. I mean, we used to get 10 Tootsie Rolls for 10 cents.
That's a good deal. You can't go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong with that, man. I love me some Tootsie Rolls, man. Love Tootsie Rolls.
I said the old Reggie bar. Reggie Jackson's candy bar. I never had one. I always saw it on the rack, but I always passed it up. I might have had one. What did it have? Was it like a Rocky Road? Did it have marshmallows in it with nuts and chocolate?
Oh, that sounds disgusting. Because I never had one myself. That sounds disgusting.
I think it was like the Rocky Road candy bar was pretty disgusting. It was like a block of marshmallows in a block form, and it had
Chocolate?
It was dark chocolate with, I want to say, peanuts and marshmallows. It was too soft.
Oh, that sounds disgusting.
Yeah, I don't know it. See, Brandon said whatchamacallit. That's not really old school. Whatchamacallit it's still good. Like, it's still like current.
Whatchamacallits are the best, man.
You don't even know what's in it.
I hate the commercials, though. I hated the commercials.
You know what the worst commercial is today? Off topic. They still
Which
doing
one?
the Little Sweet Dr. Pepper commercials, man. The Prince is dead. The Little Sweet, the little guy.
You don't like those?
The Little Sweet's supposed to be Prince, man. It's disrespectful. He jumped through a dog door opening and started singing on the coffee table, man. I said, wait a minute, man. It was okay when Prince was alive. Now he's gone. He's a white dude with a beard and a purple suit. And he's singing high notes. He's mimicking Prince and trying to sell Dr. Pepper. His name is Little Sweet. He's like 3 feet tall. And he goes, "Ew, Little Sweet, he's Dr. Pepper." And I'm like, oh man, this is disrespectful, man. Who's in the production meeting? This is wrong, man.
I mean, forget the production meetings. The soda's nasty. And I come from a family of Dr. Pepper drinkers.
My wife loved Dr.
Daddy
Pepper.
drank Dr. Pepper, my mama, my sisters. I don't think me and my brother are the only one that don't drink Dr. Pepper, man. So that stuff is terrible, man. I can't do Dr. Pepper.
Todd said the old Reggie bar is chocolate, nougat, caramel, and nuts. That's a Snicker.
Yeah, that's pretty much a Snicker.
So old Reggie had a knockoff Snicker bar. So they had the golden arches. We had the golden arcs. Their buns have
Both had
sesame
chocolate,
seed.
nougat, caramel, and nuts. Except for our nuts were cashews.
Our buns have no seeds. Get that camera out of here. Johnny Appleseed. Isn't that one of them box candies we talked about last week?
Yeah, we talked about last
Johnny
week. Yeah.
Appleseed and baked beans. Bought some baked beans. And I saw, oh man, I went to the candy store the other day to buy all white gummy bears. They were all sold out. I saw a big old box of lemon heads. You know how close I was to buying it? It was like
man.
$8 for like 20 packs of lemon heads. I'm gonna do all these lemon heads. Look like a dope dealer.
Give it to the students. Give it to the students that were doing good.
I look
man.
like a dope dealer carrying all them lemon heads. I'm selling crack cocaine in the 80s. Johnny Appleseed.
That's why we had so much energy, all the sugar we was consuming.
Man, all the sugar and we were consuming sugar and carbs and playing on concrete. Not a good combination. Out there tearing our knees up and getting high blood pressure and diabetes at the same time.
No, because we was running it off. That's the key to it. You got to run that stuff off, man.
And them teachers had to deal with us after lunch, all that sugar, coming to class funky and hyper. That's why you had PE after lunch. We went outside and played dodgeball. And the teacher would take off on us on a dodgeball. Mr. Spivey, you try to kill us with that ball. I was like, why are you throwing the ball at us so hard? He was letting off frustration.
Trying to teach you how to catch. Trying to teach y'all how to catch.
He was hitting us in the back of the head. He was trying to get out some frustration legally. Whoever had the worst conduct got the worst balls thrown at the top of their head. And they would team up on his teacher aide. Would go low and he would go high. Boop, boop. Except it was round instead of rectangular. That was the difference between an O. Henry and a Snicker bar. Yeah. They knew what they were doing. All right, man. That's about it, man. Final words.
Final word. Kind of glad you brought up Little Sweet, man. I didn't realize the other day, because I was one of the biggest Prince fans ever, man. I know multitude of Prince songs, man. You play a Prince song, I can usually give you every word to a Prince song. It's been some years since he passed away, man, and that kind of brought back some sadness to my heart because that was a tough day. I left work. My principal let me leave work early that day. She knew how hurt I was knowing that Prince had passed away. So to all the Prince fans out there who probably checked their timelines earlier this week and seen what was going down on your timeline and how it made you feel, the memory and he's missed. You know, we're missing some great artists. Between him and Michael Jackson, you're missing two of the greatest artists of all time. Music was music. They made great music. So just gonna leave it on a high note. I'm so glad that man existed in my life. Even though I never met him, never knew him, but his music brought me so much joy. So I'm thankful for him. I don't think I've ever said that in a public forum, but I'm most definitely thankful that he was out there and he did his thing for us.
Who would you say would be his best versus rival?
It gotta be Michael Jackson.
Would Prince beat?
You gotta have Prince versus Michael.
Would Prince beat Michael Jackson in the versus?
It's a dependent. Like I've had to explain to my students, so they always ask me,
Hot 20.
What's the difference between Michael Jackson and Prince? Michael Jackson was for everybody. Prince was for the grown and sexy.
Mm-hmm.
So how you feeling that day, or who's judging it? If you can get some grown and sexy out of it, you go on Prince. But you know, if you just want to just enjoy your music and dance and get it going, you're gonna get some Michael. So it all depends, man. I'm a little biased towards Prince, so Prince would win for me. But it would have been one of the greatest verses ever. Tell you that.
I did a mock versus between the two Gone Too Early, Too Soon legends, and I got Mike winning by like 3 tracks.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Mike got. I think Michael's probably the only one that can beat Stevie Wonder. Like
interesting.
I just hypothetically speaking, if they ever were to have some type of top 40 hits, because like 40 hits, you know what I'm saying? Like 20, most big time artists have 20, but 40. My buddy OJ had not came at me and said, man, Stevie got 40 hits at least. 40
with ease.
40 number ones
with ease.
And it's like, yeah, I'm trying to think who would be able to. I'm like Luther Vandross maybe. He ain't got 40 hits. That'd be tough, man. My final words, man. There were a couple shootings, man, recently. Once again, man, stop the violence. Man, speak some love and positivity. I heard my man Mike last night on Men's Prayer talking about positive vibes with his gospel music. Man, we gotta chill out, man. These guys out here stressed out, shooting, and there was a kid got killed over of a cell phone purchase last week in Long Beach. And I'm like, man, 2022 is not that serious. Please stop the violence. You see a guy that's going down the wrong path, man, pray for him. Tell him you're gonna pray for him.
Yes.
Let them know God loves them and that there's a better way. We got to stop this stuff, man. It's people's lives are fragile. People are dying at an early age. We got to stop and not adding to the destruction, man. Just kind of, man, just everybody just chill out and understand that there's more life to live. So don't, take things too seriously always, man. Look at the positive side. And I'm actually teaching on Sunday at church, and my subject is going to be dealing with disappointment. And if you have God as your focus, specifically Yeshua as your focus, you won't take certain things so seriously and think everything is dire in the end of the world, because you have a bigger perspective. You have a bigger outlook. It's not about me all the time. It's not about this individual promotion all the time. It's bigger. It's bigger, man. So y'all just chill out, love each other, man. No need to take in senseless lives, brother. All right. Todd agrees. Too many shootings across the country, not just gangs anymore. Yeah, man. Some people shouldn't have guns, man. Todd said, nah, you see, Mike ain't beating Stevie song for song. That'll be a tough one, man. Stevie got some hits, bro.
Got a lot of hits. Lots of hits.
Max said, Luther. Mike Staff said, there's spirits attached to these songs. Look at our young men not being men anymore. Look at our girls wanting to be act fast, embrace positive music, gospel music. Amen, brother Mac Staff. Ronnie Sachi in the house. The old man is late. Once again, music gets you in the mindset or mood when you want to be grown and sexy on that good stuff. Want to kill up and hit him up. Mike Staff, calm down, Mike Stafford. Calm down, big fella. All right, man. Good show, Mac. We out. Till next time, brother.
Peace out. Next week.
Blessings, man.
Next week, y'all.
Be easy. Peace out. Ronnie Tossie said he working. We understand, brother. Make the money. Don't let the money make you.
Don't let that money make you, Rod.
You off the pole ride, working at the right track.
Hey, Rod got some car payments he got to make up.
Hey, man. Zaire needs some new shoes.